Merhaba arkadaşlar, kanalıma hoş geldiniz. Bugün L.A. Noire'ın 7. bölümüyle karşınızdayım. Hatırlıyorsanız en son bayağı kişiyi tutuklamıştık. Bakalım şimdi neler olacak. Gözden düşmüş idol olarak yazıyordu zaten. The Fallen Idol. Of.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down.
Kusuruma düşmemiş.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
You back into the brain. Brings a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. They break your cold, but you'll never fit in it. I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
Bizim oğlan konuşuyormuş.
Stop just ahead.
Sanırım buradan. Kaza yeri 7.54. İyi tutmuş reklam panoları. Ben uçuruma böyle düştü, paramparça oldu diye bekliyordum.
Her face looks familiar. Well, that's June Ballard. Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice. Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passengers are Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Tamam, hep ona şey yapacağız.
Out of the way, bub.
Aşağı nasıl ineceğiz biz?
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Şuradan yürüyerek inecekmişiz. Ya, arabayla inmeyi düşünüyordum ama. Aşağı düşemiyoruz bu arada. Sağa sol yapamıyorum.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Her yeri inceleyeceğim, sen rahat ol. İç çamaşırı ne alakalı? Don yırtılmış.
Torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Ha. Böyle bir şey yapmak bir işe yaramıyor. Öncesinde bir şeyler dönmüş. Lütfen lütfen buraya gel falan eğer bir şeyse.
She's a long way from
Yavaş
home.
yavaş aşağı inelim. Plaka. Kan.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Buradan bulabileceğimiz herhangi bir şey var mı? Sanırım başka bir şey yok.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, the head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight
Another
off a
day,
cliff?
another dollar.
If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask. If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask. Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast
You?
of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Bakalım bana yürüyecek.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Doğrudur ya.
Who drugged you, Mrs. McAfee?
Yanlış.
You really are a cute detective. But a little too naive for my taste.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Disk olduğu belli.
And she's your protege?
Lan nasıl ya?
You could say that. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit
Bunun
a
hepsine
double
şey
murder.
şüpheli diyecek.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Adli tıp bu değil mi ya?
Hurry it up, pal. What if someone gets hit by a bus while I'm standing here?
Ben erkek zannediyordum ilk kazayı çıkaran, hatta dikkat et falan demişti.
Clear this area immediately.
So what's going on over there?
This is a crime scene. All of you move along.
Mekan var mı şimdi? Mekan çıktı mı? Tamam. Buraya gideceğiz.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Hemen arabaya binmiş.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Şuradan bir kestirme yapsak olur. Hop. Hop. Ne yapıyorsun gerizekalı? Yürü. Tamam. Merkez Kabul Hastanesi 811. Burada adam bulacağız herhalde. O da yaralanan çocuğu mu? İşin içinde bir tane adam var diye biliyorum.
Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Bu kız.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here. No! I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor. I need my lawyer. Hey, where is the telephone? Do you know who I am?
Feeling better
Kimle
since this morning,
konuşacaktın?
Jessica?
A little. My head still feels swimmy.
Taciz konusu. Arada bir erkek var işte buna taciz edeceği. O ne lan?
Circumstantial.
Ne olduğunu bile anlamadım ki. Bu da işe yaramaz ki. Eter gibi bir şey yok.
You're
This
making
isn't
me
what we
uncomfortable. Just standing around here looking at me and not saying anything.
Ne diyorsun
Hello,
ya?
Jessica.
Konuş.
My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Dün hiçbir şey olmadı diyor. Buna bir cevap çıkaracağım. Doğru o
You
zaman.
could have died in the crash, Jessica. Why would someone want to kill you?
Someone wants to kill me? I wouldn't know anything about that. I just went along with Junie. She knows all about the movie business.
Hani tacize uğradıydı
You
ya.
need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June.
Niye saklıyor bunu?
They trust her to take care of me.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Yalan
Please,
seçmeyecektim de.
Detective, why would I lie to you?
O yazıyı bulacağım. O yazı çıkarsa.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Doğrudur ya.
What do you know about
Ya
Bishop?
o.
He makes movies. I had to do a screen test. That's when you say some lines in front of the camera with the lights turned on you.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Tamam ona da doğru.
Jessica, I really need you to help me here.
I remember the mermaid.
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Sen yürü git, tecavüz etmişler sana.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Ha? İşte bu. Ama takipte hiç sevmiyorum ya. Ağır ağır.
There she goes. Come on.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Şu an güzel takip ediyorum.
You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Ya iki arabaya sürttüm ya, bir şey olmaz. Ya park ediyordum az daha, yanım söndü arkada. Sanki orada inecek. Ha, ilerlemem gerekiyormuş. Ne yapayım oğlum, ben de uzak takip yapmaya çalışıyorum.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Şu avukatla bir yakalasak aslında iyi olur. RB diyordu. Ya Allah kahretmeye. Şuraya bir oturalım ha.
No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Eyvallah, yerini söylediğin için.
Sure, I got
Kesin.
the film.
Biraz ilerlesin.
So what's the story?
Daha takip
Guess
etmeyeceğiz.
she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his body.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units, officer needs help. 333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Önce yan görev.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K. 11K.
Ya önüne bak hiç.
in progress at apartment 803. Wilson's Apartment Hotel. 1220 West 7th Street. Westlake Park. 11K.
Önce atlıyorsan duruyor ya.
KTPL clear.
Mekana
Hold up
geldi.
gone sour. 3 guns locked themselves in with 2 hostages. I tried to go in through the front, but the place is a fortress. I nearly got a mouthful of lead from my trouble.
All right. I'll see if I can get in through the back.
All right, I'll stay here and keep them busy.
Let's go.
Ben vururdum ya onlara. Hepsini öldüreceğim. Başka türlü çözülmüyor zaten. Öf.
Throw out the guns.
Şapkamı uçurmuşlar biri.
Quick, up the stairs. Get after him. Put the weapon down now.
Çözüm yok ya. Kafasına vuracağım. Koluna vuruyorum. Devam ediyor sıkmaya çalışmaya. Bishop'un dairesi. Bakalım yetişebilecek miyiz?
What now?
Ya her türlü yetişemeyiz ya da her türlü yetişiriz. Orada görev koyduğuna göre.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
O da mı kadınmış lan? Oğlum tecavüz eden nerede ya? Büyük
Sounds
ihtimalle
like we're about
kocası.
to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Burada mıydı? 808 miydi? 805 miydi? Kaçtı lan? Bir dakika ya. Altın kapıdır büyük ihtimalle. Tamam şu işte ya.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Bunu öldürmemişler, etrafı dağıtmışlar. Vazon ya hala.
Optimistic, Cole.
Bir not falan bulmam lazım herhalde. Bu da gereksiz.
Not sure this means much.
Yani. Belki bu işe yarar.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Da hiçbir şey anlam ifade etmiyor. Arkadaş ne arıyoruz ki biz?
Presented to Mark.
Gay Cowboy. Ne alaka? O ne lan?
Incidental.
Ha, elime ne geçerse bakıyor. Aha. Alkole de bakabiliyormuş.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Ben burada hiçbir şeyin bana yardım edeceğini düşünmüyorum da.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Belki bu işimize yarar.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
$5 benim de o dikkatimi çekti. Ve işe yaramaz. Guanaco ne? O da işe yaramaz diyeceksin.
Nothing significant.
Şaşırmadı. Burada bakacağımıza baktık. Mutfakta bir şey var bakacağımız. Davayla alakasız geç. Hiç uğraşma. Çatal bir şey. Bakalım belki. Sanmıyorum
Doesn't
ama.
look like anything.
Geç ya geç. Saat. Yine bu da bir işe yarayacağını sanmıyorum.
I don't think so.
Ben de I don't think so. Ne alaka? Ha bir fotoğraf daha bak. Bu işe yarar.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Oho çok kişi çıktı ya. Bu da gereksiz.
Not much help.
Ben de oraya oturmaya çalışıyordum.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Şüpheli.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Ya bu yaran mı doğru mu bunu bilemeyiz ki.
You are complicit in all of this, Gloria. You know what happens to these poor deluded kids, and you go along with it. I need to find your husband.
Why'd you come to Hollywood, detective? Handsome young man like you might find a little something in the movies. You've never thought about it?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you must be the only person in this burg who hasn't. We're born into temptation, detective. It's character that determines what we do about it.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Bu doğru diyesim var ya.
The girl is named Jessica.
Yine yanlış ya.
She was drugged. You should tell me what you know, Mrs. Bishop.
My husband is no saint, detective. He's going to have to atone for his own sins.
Bunun kocasının yaptığını sanmıyorum ben. Aha, yatak odasını görmemiştim.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Now all we need to know is who were those goons and why were they tearing up the floorboards in here? Ask
Junk.
Mrs. Bishop.
Saç teli falan bakalım.
Don't think this is anything.
En soldaki ne?
It would take a
Push.
smarter man than me to connect that.
Geç. Aha bak işe yarar bir şey bulduk bu sefer.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Geç bakın geç. 20 bin doları sorabiliyoruz mu?
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Şüpheli.
Husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Arama yapalım.
Operator, give me
12.47.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks, ma'am.
Gelin bakalım.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. They're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Yok la biz çok yanıldık. Güzel bir rol yaptılar. Biz buraya niye indik lan? En alt kat mı buraya yani? Ha, evet. Başka bir yer yok zaten.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
Evet arkadaşlar bu video burada sonuna gelelim. Beni beğenseniz beğenmeyi, beğenmezseniz beğenmemeyi, videolarım hoşunuza gidiyorsa kanalıma abone olmayı unutmayın. Kendinize bakın, görüşmek üzere. Hoşçakalın.